What up, Bucs fans? This is Michael Plus of Real Bucs Talk, back again today to discuss another free agent quarterback that could be a potential target for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My co-host Mark Ramirez talked about uh, potentially going after Drew Lock from Seattle. Obviously, there's the connection there with Dave Canales, being the offensive coordinator. So, looking at Jacoby Brissett, I think he is a guy that could come in, obviously a veteran presence, a leader, has done much better, has improved over the last couple of seasons with Miami and also Cleveland during his time there. Very short stints, but he played much better, played under control last year. As you see his numbers, not wow numbers, but again, solid and serviceable. 2,600 yards, 12 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. And that is something that he has shown throughout his career. He usually takes care of the football. He's smart with his decision making and, just tries to make the right play. Also, a mobile quarterback. So he provides some athleticism to the position and good size. I mean, 6'4, 235 out of NC State. He was a quarterback that we liked coming out into the draft. So lot of I think there's decent floor capability there with Jacoby Brissett, where maybe not a ton of upside, but you know what you're going to get with him, and you know that he can be dependable and a guy that can come out there and move the offense and operate it to a manner where it can be efficient enough. And also, he would provide great competition for Kyle Trask. And if Kyle Trask can beat out Jacoby Brissett, I think that's a great sign for Kyle and his growth. And it just puts you in a great situation. And Jacoby's going to understand his role as a potential starter, but also high end level backup in case things go wrong with Kyle Trask. So it just gives you options. And, looking at his numbers over the years, he's been in the league for 7 seasons now. Played pretty good in 2019, decent numbers there, over 60% completion. Again, 18 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. The 27 sacks, yes, that's a little high, but still pretty good, and an 88 quarterback rating. But you can see he's just improved over time. Again, less sacks, especially during Miami, even though wasn't many games, but 5 touchdowns. And then he had really improved, I think, last year with the playmaking that he had with Amari Cooper, and 12 touchdowns to 6 interceptions and only 24 sacks. So 64%, that's good. And also, 7.1 yards per pass. So there is, obviously you want to see that number go up, closer to 8 or 9. But yeah, I mean, he would be a guy that could just know what you're getting from him, and he could come in, step into a role. You sign him to, maybe a 1-2 year deal. And you look at his contract situation. Last year he had 4.6 cap hit, which is relatively cheap, and that is something that the Buccaneers are going to look for in the free agent market. They're going to look for someone that can come in here for a relatively good deal, a value deal for the Buccaneers. I believe it was John Ledyard who said it would potentially be around 2 year deal, 8 million per, so 16 million total. I think that would be, right in the ballpark that the Buccaneers are looking for, somewhere in that range. And yeah, it definitely, there's just upside to it because, again, you put him around a team with weapons like the Buccaneers have, it would be the best situation he's probably been in from an offensive standpoint and skill set players. And it would allow him to really grow, and coming into a system that is very similar to the Rams and obviously Seattle's offense kind of merged in there with the wide zone scheme, bootlegs, moving the pocket, all the good things that you want for a QB friendly offense is going to be installed. So, yeah, there's plenty of room for him to have a surge here, with his play. And then definitely he's showing over the last couple of seasons that his play is continuing to get better. So I think he would just make a lot of sense for the Buccaneers. And again, you look at his PFF grade, 82.6 overall last year, which is pretty good. That's a solid grade, given the time that he played for Cleveland, until the return of Deshaun Watson. So I just feel like he is the biggest value target that the Buccaneers could go after. And I think he would make a lot of sense. He brings in just very high intelligent player as well. Everything that Todd Bowles talked about at the combine is really leaning towards a Jacoby Brissett type, where smart, takes care of the football. Dave Canales talked about you don't want to turn the football over. So just, I mean, looking at him, I think this is a high end target that the Buccaneers could definitely consider once free agency starts next week. And there's really low risk. Like, it's not much risk involved. And I think he just offers a lot of, just good balance that he would bring to the quarterback room because he's a veteran leader, and will be welcomed into the locker room. And I think guys will, gravitate towards him. And it's someone that, if Kyle Trask does end up winning the job, then he's got Jacoby to work with and go over game plans and, all those good things that I think Brissett could offer. So let us know what you guys think of this potential QB target. What do you think of Jacoby Brissett? Be sure to hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts. And do you see the Buccaneers going potentially after Jacoby to bring him into the quarterback room, or do you see them going elsewhere? We're going to try to have a couple more videos like this to discuss a couple more other QB options out there in free agency. But with that said, hope you guys enjoyed it. And until the next one.